What's going on, everybody? Diamond Talk is back here, a normal scheduled program, 3:30 on Thursdays. And I'm very excited to be back here. A lot of Phillies news going on. Trade deadline just 24 hours and 30 minutes away. A lot can happen. We don't know what's going to happen. Phillies have made no movement so far, but we'll see if they can do some more coming up. We have a lot to go over. Phillies game is going on right now with a doubleheader. We lost the first one to Max Scherzer. Again, we'll get into that in just a little bit. And just more trade rumors that we see could be happening and everything like that. George, how you doing today?
Doing all right. Woke up feeling confident. 2 games against the Nats. Wheeler on the mound. I was ready to go. First game was tough to watch. Second game's even more tough to watch. So hopefully we have a positive show because the Phils aren't playing very positive today.
Well, just to start off, we do have some really good news. We're just gonna bring it out now. I was gonna wait till the end, but I really just have to get this off my chest. This Sunday at 9:00, we have another special coming out for Diamond Talk. Again, normally Thursdays at 3:30, Sundays at 9:00 p.m. Everyone tune in. We have an extremely special guest coming in from 94.1 WIP on the Marks and Reese show. We have Jack Fritz joining the show at 9:00. You and me have both known of Jack Fritz for a while, just big fans of him, and followed him on Twitter for a very long time. And we reached out to him, and 9:00 on Sunday, he's going to be here, and we're going to get his thoughts. That'll be after the trade deadline. It's going to be an exciting show. Make sure everyone tunes in Sunday at 9:00.
Yeah, great follow on Twitter for Phillies fans. Jack Fritz, great podcast to listen to as well, the High Hopes podcast.
High Hopes.
So, yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a great guest. First guest for us. So, hopefully first the menu, we keep it going, bring guys who you want to hear. And, yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. But, so we're going to keep on showing that out. We'll bring it up a couple more times in this podcast because in case there's other listeners and everything. But, yeah, very exciting news for Diamond Talk and DSM Media. We're very proud to have Jack Fritz on the show. We're very excited. But going into today real quick, we had the doubleheader against the Nationals today because yesterday's entire show that happened with, 12 players got COVID, 12 players and coaches got COVID for the Nationals?
Yeah, one of them was Trey Turner. I don't know if that was the biggest name, probably was, but yeah. Dude, that's terrible.
Yeah, it's all about how it happens too. And they actually have a high percentage of vaccinated players, I believe. I believe they said they're around like 80% right now, which is it's not that bad, honestly. Obviously you want to be at 100, but time will come and everything like that. So instead of playing yesterday, we had the doubleheader today. Game 1, Zach Wheeler versus Max Scherzer. I mean, man, that's a game that everyone would love to see. And honestly, it was a very good game. Pitching wise, their command was a little bit off, but again, they're such good players that it does, even if their command's off, they're still fantastic pitchers in the league, some of the best. And we go down early to the Nationals 1-0, and JT Realmuto out of nowhere. I don't think either one of us saw this coming. Just out of nowhere, an inside slider, Max Scherzer decides to give JT Realmuto, and he kills the ball 111 miles an hour off the bat to tie the game 1-1. Absolute missile, his 11th home run of the season. And a stat I heard while watching the game is he's the only catcher to have 10+ home runs in 7 seasons straight. He's the only catcher currently. No other catcher's done that.
That shows you a lot about the
as of right now.
What deep catchers hit. Yeah.
Yes, but that means that JT is still the best to do it, best catcher in baseball. We all know that.
Easy.
And as the game keeps on going on, we know doubleheaders are only 7 innings still. So we go into the 7th inning. Zach Wheeler still out there on the bomb, low pitch count and everything. Lets up a 2-run home run to Yan Gomes. Yan Gomes. He was on the IL, and they took him off today before the game because of all the COVID players. Came off, hits a 2-run home run, called a great game with Max Scherzer. After that, the bottom of the 7th, Phillies just no hope at all. We were really hoping to get Rhys Hoskins. He was going to pinch hit for Zach Wheeler. If one guy got on base, no one did. We had, I forget who batted first. It was Didi. Didi got out, and then Alec Bohm struck out, and Odubel struck out.
Yep.
Sucks the way it ends.
Tough way to end the game. Scherzer looked good. Wheeler, not a terrible game, but the control wasn't there today. He missed his spots a few times. You hate to lose games like that because Scherzer and Wheeler, like, it's just a tough matchup. You have your ace on the mound, but you got to go up against another ace. Mm-hmm. And probably Scherzer's last time in a Nationals uniform is what all signs are pointing to, which I'm happy about. I know you're probably happy about. Phillies fans are definitely happy about, but we'll see what happens. He dominated us for a while. It's gonna be nice to see him leave the East.
Yeah, and even just today, he only allowed 3 hits today over 6 innings. Had like 5 strikeouts. I mean, he just had a really productive day. He had a few walks, but again, that was against what? I think there was 2 walks against Harper.
Two of them to Harper, and
Yeah.
they also just made it 6-0. Josh Harrison 2-run homer.
That guy has been a struggle. Why?
Dude,
Why?
We let him go. We let him go.
I was about to say, you know where Josh Harrison was in spring training, right?
We let him go, and
he's down in Clearwater.
It's just like a revenge game every time he sees us.
Dude, he's batting over 290 now on the season. That's ridiculous.
I'm looking at the box score for Wheeler, and I just see Josh Harrison 2-run homer. Of course.
Oh my gosh. It is tough. It is tough. What's gonna happen? I mean, again, we're having another bullpen game to start off. We had an opener in Chris Sanchez. Obviously, that didn't go well. Allowed, what'd you say, 3 runs allowed in the first inning.
3 runs on 3 hits in the first inning, gets booed off the mound. Connor Brogdon comes in. And now here we are sitting 6-0 early in the game.
Is Brogdon still in? Like who lit up the Josh Harrison 2-run homer?
Let's find out. Because Brogdon's still in.
Yep. Brogdon's still in. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And he was someone that I was very high on at the beginning of the season.
So was I, dude. So was I.
Slowing down so much.
One in the third inning, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, strikeout and a walk.
I mean, what are you going to do, man? This game's already done. And as far as I can tell, this game's done. I mean, we've seen some Philly comebacks, but even in the first game, it looks like there was no energy coming out of the team. Like, not a lot of guys were trying. Alec Boehm, honestly, he's kind of pissing me off recently.
He's looking at a lot of strikes.
When he's striking out, he looks like he's blaming the umpire.
Yep.
He honestly looks lost out there, at least for today and the past couple games too. When fastballs are coming, he just can't catch up to them. When he thinks a fastball is coming, but it's actually a breaking ball, he's so out in front that he can hold back the swing and doesn't even swing because he was so early before. He can't cock back and do it again. It's just he's so lost out there, and I know he'll figure it out. We know how Boehm is, but man,
this is the thing. Like, this is the worst part about not trading for anybody yet. When we're 24 hours away, is like the effort in this game and the game before, dude. It just didn't look like they were there at all. Like, it just didn't look good. So if you're really trying to convince this front office to buy at these last 24 hours, got to play better than you are in these last 2 games.
And it's just not looking good. The only ones I'm really seeing really effort out of is guys like JT and Bryce.
Dude,
Segura's trying to swing the bat too. Bryce is going off. He now has an on-base percentage of over 400 on the year.
Dude, he is the man. Like, he walked twice today. He had a double.
Nice double.
A very, very nice double. And at least last game, Bryce Harper was the only qualified MLB player other than Vlad to have a 300-plus average, 400-plus on-base percentage, and a 500-plus slugging. It was him and Vlad.
That's nuts.
He's having I don't want to say MVP type year. Maybe if he didn't get hit in the face, he would be on that track. But dude, he's done nothing but rake all season for us.
He's doing what we brought him for. The man's he's hitting homers now. I mean, what's he at? 15 home runs on the year.
I think 16 now.
It could be even 16. Either way, that's
yeah.
Oh yeah, the inside the Parker. I forgot about that. Yeah, that was epic. Bryce Harper's having a really good year. He's hitting homers. He's at 12 stolen bases now, which, man, like, I don't think a lot of guys even really expect that. That man is fast. He's a fast player. He's good in the field. He's doing it all, and he's really trying to bring the guys up. But everyone just seems down. Didi Gregorius, I don't realize he's batting in the 210s right now. He's struggling. What's happening with Didi?
Didi Gregorius is bad. He's just not good, and it's awful because we have to watch him every day. But and he has no trade value. There's nothing you can really do with him.
And even Ronald Torreyes is getting games over him now, and that's really saying something. A guy that was brought here because Joe Girardi likes him. That's it.
And I think he should. He's been much better than Didi has this year. Even if you don't count like Didi being hurt as well. Like, Ronald Torreyes is outperforming him.
Right. And the thing is with Didi is that he can go on hot streaks, so that's why I'm kind of okay with it, because he does have his hot streak moments. And I actually got really worried today. Max Scherzer, he let up the home run to JT, and directly after, he beams Didi Gregorius in the arm.
Yeah, right in the arm.
Right above his elbow. If that hit his elbow, he's hurt again.
Yep. I saw that right there.
I was so worried.
High and tight. That was tough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was tough. But just honestly, just a very terrible. Again, not even terrible, because again, it is Max Scherzer. I don't want to give too much props to Max Scherzer for how of a pitcher he is, but legit, he is that good, and we just struggled entirely against him The one loss, you'd think we'd have more energy. Like it's a tied series 1-1. Why aren't you going out there? Like this is division games. Like this is important. Like we need this right now.
Yeah, and seeing like Wheels didn't have his best game, but he still performed well, and it was 1-1 going into the seventh. That matters. He had 6 solid innings going into the seventh. You have to keep him out there. He's your ace. His pitch count wasn't terrible. He goes out there and lets up a 2-run homer. That's when when you have no offense in the game, that stuff happens. Like one pitch and it could all switch. So having no offense that game just killed us. And then coming out here in game 2, it's Patrick Corbin. Patrick Corbin has not been good this year. He hasn't been a great pitcher. So like you got to go out there and hit, right? You're down 6-0 now. You have your bullpen game. The last bullpen game we had against Boston, we somehow won. It was ridiculous. So a little bit of confidence coming into this game. The Nationals aren't that good. Just nothing.
Especially with 12 guys being out. Like this looks really bad for us. This team is making me look really bad defending them. Yes, it really does. And I'm someone that would be the first one to be defending the Phillies. But right now, you're right. It is making us look really bad. Like it's making us look really bad. And hopefully,
I'm in my group chat, like everyone. I have a bunch of people saying we got to be sellers. We got to sell. Look to trade guys. And I'm defending to the end. You have to buy. You're 3 games back. Now you're 4.5 back though after today. Probably about to be 5 back. So. I want to say buy. It's just like this. If this team needs to perform for us to buy, and the front office knows that, and the front office, as we all know, is very hesitant to go over the luxury tax. We're right there. If we're going to go over the luxury tax, they have to be convinced that we're going to actually make the playoffs and win this division. Yeah. I just don't know if they think that. I don't know if they think that. I mean, we're 24 hours away from the deadline, and nothing has happened. We fumbled on one starting pitcher, and that was it.
Actually, let's just get right into that. What the hell happened? Tyler Anderson is supposed to be coming to the Philadelphia Phillies for 2 prospects. Next thing we know, I see a trade to where did he go now? Pittsburgh? Or no, he's from Pittsburgh. He went to the Mariners.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, so I'm like, because I'm busy while this is happening, and I look at the phone. I'm like, okay, why is he not with us now? One of our prospects failed a physical.
Yep.
And it wasn't like it was a highly touted prospect. All you had to do was just fill him with someone else. I guarantee that's all you had to do. But the front office didn't do it, and they let him go to Seattle. Not that Tyler Anderson, I don't think anyone expected him to come in and be like, all right, you know what? Whoa, he's our ace now. This guy's an absolute stud. No, he's not. He's a guy that's going to eat a bunch of innings. He's going to keep an ERA around 4, which is really good for a 4th or 5th starter. I'll take that any day of the week. But that's not going to happen with Vince Velasquez or Matt Moore because they're going to sit around the 5 to 6 range. That's a big difference. That's a big-ass difference. So having Tyler Anderson would have helped so much. It would have kept Matt Moore out of the rotation or kept Vince Velasquez out of the rotation, and we would have gave up nothing. And the front office, I've seen reports, they say that they're pissed off all this happened. Damn right, you should be pissed off right now because everyone in Philly is pissed off that this front office is making this entire team look like a joke. If you can't go out there and just give them 2 guys to get Tyler Anderson, just a decent starter, what are you capable of? What's going to happen when we go for someone like Craig Kimbrell, and what's going to happen there? Like I'm really worried about this entire front office right now.
I think the biggest thing about why getting Tyler Anderson was so important was you have a back-end rotation of Vinny Velasquez and Matt Moore. Matt Moore fucking sucks. Matt Moore's terrible.
He needs to go back. He's a white dude, so this dude needs to go back to Japan and learn some more. When he was in Japan, he pitched really, really well. Very good. He was insane. And he needs to go back there, figure something out, or send him to the minors, figure something out, because this guy's a terrible pitcher.
Vinny Velasquez in 18 starts has pitched 5 or more innings 6 times. Mm-hmm. Tyler Anderson in 18 starts has pitched 5 or more innings in 18 starts. Every single start, he's gone 5 or more. What do the Phillies need right now? We need a guy that can go deeper into games for us. And you have a guy there. You have a trade for him. Something bad happens. They fail a physical. I thought it was going to be like, okay, fine. They're going to throw in another guy and we're good. Yeah. All of a sudden, it's like, deal's dead. He's going to the Mariners. What the fuck happened? What is going on? Like, we're 24 hours away now. We need an arm more than anything. I don't know about you, but I think the biggest thing that the Phillies need right now is a starting pitcher. I know the isn't great, but yeah, you need a starting pitcher right now because the back end is so bad that you're going to need at least one, even if you do make the playoffs. What are they doing? What are they doing? There's guys out there. There's guys out there that you can grab that are decent. We're not asking for Max Scherzers. We're not asking for guys like that. We're asking for a decent middle rotation back end starter that can eat innings for us, that can give us solid starts, that could keep us in games.
We're looking for guys. Keep on going.
That's all we need. That's it.
We're looking for guys like how we saw Matt Moore and Chase Anderson in the beginning of the year. Like guys that when we signed them, we were like, okay, they're inning eaters and they'll get the job done decently. They're 4 and 5 guys. No, we were wrong about them. But the way that we thought of them, that's the kind of guys that we need right now. Exactly what we needed from them. And they're not holding up. It's not happening. Spencer Howard's not cutting it because the guy can only go 3 innings max. Can't go anymore. That's a long reliever to me. That's exactly what he is. He's not a starting pitcher anymore. We messed him up. It's done. Don't even try and fix it anymore because I don't see it happening. We need someone right now. One guy. I'll deal with Matt Moore and Vince Velasquez splitting a game for the 5th game in a series. I don't care about that because it's towards the end of the year. We need a 4th guy to do something. And there is guys on the market. Again, we're not looking for the Scherzers or anyone like that. We're not looking for a star. We're looking for a guy that can just fill in for now. That's it. Plain and simple. We're looking for relievers too. We extremely need that right now. Craig Kimbrel's on the board. He's favored by the Mets right now. Phillies are still in the mix. It needs to happen. And the Cubs, someone that I didn't even think of, I can't believe that we haven't talked about it before. Ryan Tepera is having an amazing season. He just got traded.
Yep.
And
so
not for
the interstate rival to Chicago. He's staying in What the hell are we doing? What are we doing?
Because the Cubs don't want to give him to the White Sox.
Like, dude, and it's not even like there's so many guys out there that are decent. Like, I would even take a chance on Ricardo Rodriguez. Like, Ricardo Rodriguez in Pittsburgh, since the sticky stuff, everything.
Yes.
Spin rate's been down, but dude, like, he was solid all year. Give me a guy like that. I'll take a guy like that over someone in our pen. Give me somebody that we can take a chance on. That's not going to cost much. There's guys out there that can do that, and it just seems like I have no explanation for what the front office is doing because you don't know. I mean, do they not want to go over the luxury tax that bad? Do they think we're not going to contend for the division? Like, yesterday we were 3 games back. We were 3 games back from the division. There's still plenty of baseball to be played that we can catch up. The Mets in their last 48 games are 23 and 25. They've made up no ground, 0 in the NL East. You got to do something. This division was supposed to be incredible, right?
Yep.
We have a chance to win it. You have to do something. I'm not on board of sitting here and doing nothing. We haven't been in the playoffs in a decade. It's been a decade, man. Like, give the fans, the players, give Bryce Harper, give us something. Like, give us a Red October. That's all. Bryce Harper needs it. Like,
I want to see playoff Bryce.
That's all we want. And the way that he's playing this year, dude, I need some Harper bombs in the playoffs. Like,
yes.
Come on.
I can't wait to spend so much money on tickets to go to at least one game.
We gotta get one, dude.
We'll spend so much money on that. It's not even fun.
Going to one. I'll save it for the NLCS game.
Oh, okay, sure. With Matt Moore and number 4.
Oh, that's gonna be nice. Hopefully Barrios.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we haven't seen any movement from him either. And I know Barrios is one of them top guys. So that might be a lot asking for us, but we have guys to do it. Like, I don't even care anymore. Just do it. Like, I'm willing to throw Stott out there now. I'm willing to throw Stott out there.
Everyone thinks like we have nothing, like 0 in the farm system. We got guys that are intriguing that people are going to want to trade for. Like we do. So
the way that I see it is we have guys that we are not bringing up well, but other teams can do a hell of a lot better. Like, think of how the Astros develop pitchers.
I was just thinking that the Astros are pitching, dude.
They would turn Adonis Medina into freaking Garrett Cole just like that. We can't do that, but we know that they can. Like, not that the Astros are someone that we're probably going to trade with, but as an example, there's teams know what they can develop. They see guys, they have scouting departments. They know that we do have stuff to offer, just that we don't do a very good job with them, and they know that they can. And that's why I think we should be able to make some trades. We need something. We need a starter.
All right. Well, do you want to jump into the one guy that we both really, really, really freaking want in the Phillies uniform?
Who you coming to
John
first?
Gray.
Oh yeah, John Gray. That is exactly what I want to get into. John Gray, which he's actually one of the linked teams. The Phillies are one of the linked teams for John Gray. He's one of the top destinations that where he's willing to go to. Again, not a guy like Barrios or Scherzer. He's not that high, which is fine. His numbers also look worse. He plays at Coors Field, and I know that people don't want to use the Coors effect. It's a thing. You have to bring it into it. Nolan Arenado, he did a lot better in Colorado than he did in other places. It's just that's how it's going to be. It doesn't mean they're not a good player or anything like that. Just his numbers are going to look better than what they do right now if he came to Philly. And he'd be a nice 4 starter. He'd be our 4th. He'd fit right into there. He'd stick around the 4 ERA mark, and I think he'd look great in Phillies red. It would be honestly fantastic.
There's a chance too that he's our 3, honestly. So
yeah,
he's 29 years old. He's 29 years old. He's a free agent after the season. 3.67 ERA in 18 starts this year. But since June 25th, he's down to 2.57 ERA, and he's thrown at least 5 innings in 16 of his 18 starts. That's literally that's everything on paper is what we want. It's a guy that will come in here and will help us win. It's a guy that could even plug in here and be the number 3 guy. We could honestly be our number 3 starter the way he's been pitching. And so he's been performing this year. He's also 9th highest among all pitchers in walk rate. So he's a guy that's not gonna put guys on base easily. His ERA's been down for the past month or two. He's had a very solid season throughout either way. Take a chance on him. He's a free agent. Yeah. He's not going to cost a crazy amount. No. Colorado's not buyers. They know that. They know he's gone after the season. Yep. It's also a fire sale. It's not just Story. They have guys. They have John Gray, and John Gray in a Phillies uniform would look very, very good right now.
The only reason why I don't think that he's been gone yet is because I think he could be part of a package deal with Trevor Story. That's the only reason why I see it. But again, over these next 24 hours and 8 minutes, anything can happen. Say the Trevor Story thing. They don't want to, whoever is trading for him, they don't want to grab John Gray too. That means we can give up something so little. Like his value of how he really is, he's really around the Tyler Anderson mark. He's a little bit higher value, but he is right around there. It would be nothing to give up. The 2 guys we're going to give Tyler Anderson, you can throw them away. I really don't care. I don't think them 2 guys would turn into anything. And we could do the same thing for John Gray. Give him another prospect if you want. I don't care. Dude, just get John Gray on this team.
Let's do it. And that's the thing. We've been sitting here asking for one more starter. We were about to get one. Some shit happens. We don't get him. Go after another one. Why are we just sitting here? You have to go. We have to go. There's 24 hours left. Guys are going to start moving faster and faster. You see Luzardo just got traded. After seeing that for Starling Marte, come on, let's get a starter in here.
Miami took the biggest dub of the trade of this trade deadline. Yeah, we'll deep dive into that real quick. Starling Marte of the Miami Marlins, interdivision guy, goes to the Oakland Athletics, a 1-for-1 deal with prospect / Major League ready Jesus Luzardo, who is in my eyes an absolute stud. This guy he's a baller. God, he has great movement on pitches, decent velo and everything. He can honestly just a really good pitcher. And seeing him to go to Miami, it's really going to suck for the Phillies in the future. I'd rather I know Starling Marte destroys the ball in CBP because he really does. Jesus Luzardo is going to dominate us for a long time now because he's probably going to be with the Marlins for a long time because he's only had 1 year out of arbitration, maybe 2, or not even arbitration. He's not even at arbitration yet. That really says something. He's going to be there for a while. So now you look at the Marlins pitching, their starting pitching, all of them are what? Under 25 years old, probably. Yep. I'm not sure about Sandy Alcantara. That's the only one I'm not positive of. But still, Sandy Alcantara is young. So you have Sandy Alcantara, Trevor Rogers, Jesus Luzardo, Sixto Sanchez, Edward Cabrera, Pablo Lopez.
Sixto Sanchez.
That is 6 starters that I think can destroy us. How come they can have 6? We can only have 2.5.
And this is the team that also they had Zach Gallen too, and he was doing good for them. And they're like, "Nah, you're good. You can go." And they traded him. They just got guys. They have pitchers there that are very solid.
They gave up Gallen for Jazz Chisholm, which I think was brilliant because Jazz Chisholm is an absolute stud. They just have such a young team that they're all going to come up together and legit. They are the future of this division. I really do think they are.
I don't Starling Marte is awesome. He's a great center fielder. He's been hitting very well this year. He's going to help the A's a lot, but Why? Why are you trading Luzardo for Starling Marte? I didn't think it would be that big of a give for the A's. Luzardo is he's 21 years old, dude.
It's
He's
nuts.
21 and he's good. Everyone knows he's good. He's so much potential. And
he's a lefty.
And isn't Starling Marte a free agent this year?
Yep, that's the reason why the Marlins want to give him away so quick. And I can't, you did not have to give up that much for him. There's no way that many teams were gunning for him that hard, because I don't think any other team would have gave up their top prospect. That is their top prospect is Jesus Luzardo. There is no one I wouldn't have traded anyone. I would have traded anyone else besides Luzardo for the most part. Obviously not guys but in the farm system, I would have traded anyone else besides Luzardo. He was the A's Mick Abel, but better.
That's a good.
But better. Yeah. He's better developed, and we know he's going to be good. Mick Abel, yes, we're pretty sure he's going to be good, but we don't know yet, and he's still playing in low ball. We don't. Yeah, exactly. Jesus Luzardo, we've seen him be dominant. There's not even a comparison for the Phillies of who they'd be giving away.
That trade blew my mind when I saw it, and I was going back and forth. I was looking. I was like, wait, what is this? It's 1-for-1. They're getting just Luzardo for Marte. I can't believe they fleeced them. I think they fleeced them, but
I think so too, dude. That's one of the trades
unless Starling Marte absolutely rakes and takes him to a World Series,
that's the only thing that can make this okay. Because Marte, not many people want to stay in Oakland. That's just how it is. Shitty ballpark, not very much of a baseball city. It's just not a lot of players want to stay there for their career. Yeah. Starling Marte is already 32 years old. And he won $16 million a year, and I don't think the A's can even really afford that. So, I mean, if you win a World Series, sure, you know what? Hell yeah, because I would trade anything for a Phillies World Series right now besides Bryce Harper. I don't give a shit, because that feeling that you'll never lose that feeling again. I would
fly forever, baby. Flags fly forever.
The Eagles 2017 Super Bowl, I wouldn't have changed one damn thing about the season. I don't care how it ended. I would have rather Carson Wentz be like a starter in it, but I wouldn't take away Carson's injury for the Super Bowl. I wouldn't change that moment for anything.
No.
And that's how I guess they see Marte in being that much of a factor.
The needle push, I don't know, but I mean, dude, it's tough because it's Luzardo's 21 and Marte you're getting him knowing hey, if we want to get him back, it's going to be $15 million a year, $16 million a year,
and 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, if they're willing to do that, then go for it. But I'd rather have a young guy that's still not getting paid very much.
Yeah, and he could be on part of the team for over 10 years to come.
I'm sad. I don't want him in Miami. It's gonna
suck. Dude, it's gonna suck because he's gonna stay. What?
Sixto will be back next year.
Dude, I don't think we understand how good this Marlins pitching rotation is. That the Marlins management has done really well. So much young studs, and you have Jazz Chisholm at second. They just have a lot of young guys that are going to be really good in the future, and they're young guys that are still going to play well. And when you have that, that's
Harper's leaving the game.
He's not getting traded. Calm down.
No, but Hoskins did just homer as well.
Oh yeah, see, now wouldn't that have been nice in the 7th inning if a Doolittle didn't strike the hell out? Oh,
man, I wonder why he's out. That's weird.
Did you get a report, or did you just look it up and you just saw he got taken out?
Jim Salisbury tweeted it. He said Harper looks like he's exiting. Brad Miller's coming in the on-deck circle.
They probably just don't want to. I mean, what's the score now? 6-1. They probably just don't want to waste him right now.
Maybe he's dehydrated again.
Maybe he's
got water, bro.
He's got to take a shit.
Drink water. Come on.
Yeah. So all these trade rumors going on. A little bit of a prediction thing, real quick. Max Scherzer, where do you think he's gonna go?
Dude, it's tough. There's so many teams on him, and I think the Red Sox are interesting. I think that would be crazy if they somehow pull off a trade for Max Scherzer. But I think we're kind of on the same page. I could see him going to the NL West very easily. I think Dodgers are a big possibility because you never know. Trevor Bauer, dude. I don't know what's happening with that. Nobody knows what's happening with that. The Padres would be crazy. Blake Snell fucking sucks. Dude. Blake Snell is awful. So if you get a Mad Max in there, you push him down in the rotation, that would be awesome. I think it's those two teams are the big possibilities, and they got the guys that they could trade for him.
What I want to see is also what I think will happen. I have him going to the Giants.
Oh yeah,
I
dude,
think
that would be awesome. I would
imagine that.
love that. I would love that.
I'd love it for Gabe Kapler. I'll
Oh
never
yeah,
be a
we're
hater of that
game
man.
guys, so you know.
Yeah, I'll never be a hater of Gabe Kapler.
Never.
But having Mad Max over there, oh my
Gabe Kapler's always been a great manager. That's a hill I'm dying on.
Yep, I agree. So yeah, I have Mad Max with the Giants, but again, I think NL West is exactly where he's going to go. I think these rumors about him going to the Mets, there's no possible way the Nationals would ever trade inside the division for Max Scherzer. Other guys, sure, who cares? But
because then you're giving them the option. Like you're going to be the first team to have every opportunity to try to sign this guy.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be the team that has every opportunity to keep him, and they're not going to do that. Why would they do that?
You're stupid. So yeah, we got Mad Max there. What Byron Buxton? Where do you see someone like Byron Buxton?
Dude, I don't even know if he's gonna be traded, but like who else needs outfield? Because the A's just got their guy. We need a center fielder.
The Yankees got their guy, which we'll talk about after.
Their guy. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. Who's even rumored for him to go to? I haven't seen anyone.
The Yankees were a possibility, but I don't think that's happening anymore with the Joey Gallo trade. The A's were also rumored, but they got their guy. Phillies are rumored. We're a little bit running up. The Mets are rumored too. Mets are rumored with Byron Buxton.
Dude, apparently Kyle Schwarber's up for a trade too. Apparently they're looking to trade.
Yeah. They said anyone besides Juan Soto can be traded. I can't believe they didn't say Trey Turner too. That's disrespectful.
Yeah.
My God, that man's a stud. That man might actually be better than Juan Soto.
You think he's better than Juan Soto?
Juan Soto's having a down. I said he could be. I don't know yet.
Yeah, no.
Soto obviously has the potential to be amazing, but like this year, Trey Turner's having a better year than Juan Soto, and that's just
Juan Soto also got hurt for a while.
Yeah. So I mean,
it's
whatever.
What about like Anthony Rizzo? Like the Red Sox they could use a first baseman.
That's really the only spot I actually really see him going. But I think it would be really nuts for Chicago to trade with Boston. I mean, that would just I could see it though, and I wouldn't be totally shocked. I could see Rizzo in a Red Sox jersey. I feel like I've seen it before, and I don't know why. But
yeah,
Rizzo going to the Red Sox. That's honestly what I see is happening.
And then you got Rizzo, and then KB and Rizzo are both out of Chicago's lineup tonight.
Yep. Yeah, I saw that.
That is interesting. So it looks like that's going to be the type of trade deadline we're getting. I think last game in Chicago already. They're already done,
dude. I guess so. But I do want to get into real quick to the Joey Gallo trade because I know I'm going to forget. Joey Gallo getting traded to the Yankees for 4 prospects. I think it's a dub for the Yankees. Honestly, I've always been a big Joey Gallo guy. I don't know about you, but I've always been a big Joey Gallo guy. I don't know how you can really on the guy. And I remember before he got traded, he did that interview and he was saying his goodbyes, saying, in case it happens, this could be my last game. I was like, dude,
the home run. He held out on the home run derby. He said, I want to do it this year because it could be my last time doing it, and I want to do it in their uniform.
Yep. Yeah. God, it's crazy, man. But
so my opinion on the trade really is like, great get for the Yankees. Watching him hit bombs in the Yankee Stadium is gonna be awesome.
He's gonna hit 100 of them.
It's not enough. Like they're not going to make the playoffs just by getting Joey Gallo. So unless they do more, like it'll be a fun little, hey, Yankees fans, let's be happy for a little bit. But I don't think it's enough to push.
So yes, I do agree. I think that it maybe make the playoffs, but not go that far because I don't think their hitting is their biggest worry. Their pitching has been really bad this year.
Yeah.
But I think Joey Gallo is the type of guy that would stay in New York after. I think he's going to really like the city. I mean, being in the outfield with Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton, if they're going to pay him, which we know Yankees are very well known for paying a lot of money to big players.
Yep.
I think it's a dub because 8 years of Joey Gallo, I'd give up 4 prospects for that. I really wish the Phillies could have got in on that trade, honestly, because Joey Gallo and Bryce Harper, again, they played baseball together back in the day in Vegas. Them two were buddies and everything, and
I wanted Joey Gallo for the last 2 years.
Yep.
Just trade for Joey Gallo, dude. He'll hit bombs. Joey Gallo is it's definitely a guy I'd want to re-sign. And honestly, yeah, if the Yankees can re-sign him, great. That is a dub for the Yankees. It was a great trade, and you build for next year because I don't think that's enough to push him this year to the playoffs. That's just my opinion. But
right, no, I agree.
Like 8, they're getting owned today. They're down 14-0 last time I checked. So that's going to push them to 9 games back from the division. And then you got to fight with the other AL wildcard teams. Like it's tough. I don't think it's going to work.
It probably won't, but we know the Yankees were, even if they have the worst record in baseball, they're still going to be buyers for some reason.
They're still looking at Trevor Story.
Dude, if they get Trevor too, how helpful would that be now?
If they get Trevor Story, you're probably not just trading prospects, right?
Probably not. You might have to give up Glaber even.
That's what I was thinking. You might even trade Glaber, but honestly, that's not even that bad.
No.
It would be great for them, but dude, they're like, if the Red Sox, you gotta just hope they stop, and you gotta hope Chris Sale is not good when he comes back because he's coming soon, and he looks like the exact same pitcher that he looked like before the injury. At least in the minors, he did. He was throwing 87. He was looking really good. So the slider looked good. That's the Yankees' biggest worry. It's got to be, is Chris Sale going to suck? Because if he is, then give us a shot.
Yeah, I agree. Where else could you see Trevor Story landing though?
Dude, because like the Yankees have been in on him the whole time. The Giants called about him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, obviously everyone's going to call about him, but I would love for him to go to San Fran, dude. San Fran would be awesome. Yankees would be pretty cool. I mean, that wouldn't be like if the Yankees just got Gallo and Story while they're 9 games back. That'd be a pretty crazy thing. But
it's a badass move.
That would be a badass move, getting Gallo and Trevor Story while you're sitting at that far back. So yeah, I don't know. I have no prediction because I don't know where Trevor Story's gonna go. I hope he goes to the Giants. Could you imagine him with Gabe Kapler? It'd be sick.
I just want the Giants to do extremely well in general, and I hate it. Like I feel like that's like my second favorite team now is the Giants.
I hate how much I love Gabe because
it's really frustrating.
I do miss that man.
I miss that man so much. In my eyes, I don't think Trevor's getting traded. I don't think they're going to come up with it. I don't think a deal's going to come up in time. I think that apparently they're having complications of what he's worth and everything like that. And it'd be really stupid of the Rockies not to trade him because we know he's not going to sign back, and he's worth at least a decent. He's worth a lot, but teams for some reason aren't willing to give up that much because they know he's a free agent. I have a feeling the Rockies aren't going to bite. The Rockies aren't a very, very good front. They don't have a very good front office. And I wouldn't be surprised if they just say, you know what, we're going to try and sign him back and like keep on trying to convince him. But I think the Rockies are going to make a huge mistake. I don't think they're going to trade him for anything, and that's my prediction. But I think a lot of guys
I don't see the reason why they try to sign him back. You let Arenado walk. You didn't want Arenado. You let him go. Like
that was one of the worst trades of all time.
That was insane. You'd sign him, and then all of a sudden you're like, "Hey, anybody want to peek at Arenado?" It's like that made no sense.
And they gave up. They didn't get anything back.
Yeah, nothing for him. They did him so dirty, and they took on a lot of the money, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
That makes zero sense to me. So I don't see why Story would even want to stay. I feel like he's definitely ready to win. I mean, Colorado hasn't been a winner. So, I mean, I don't see the reason why they wouldn't trade him except for if they think they should get more and they just stand pat.
Right. That's how I see it. They're not a very good front office. They've been known for a long time. It's the reason why they haven't been able to win games. Herman Marquez too. What's happening with him?
Yeah, Marquez. That could be something too. That's interesting. Like another guy out there that's intriguing to probably half the league that could easily be traded.
Like I feel like the Rockies, like I feel like they don't believe that they're real sellers. Like even like the Nationals, like they're not that far. They're not like too far behind, but they're like, yeah, like it's not happening. The Cubs are like, it's not happening. Like we're not gonna go deep. But the Rockies, they're just like, I don't, they're kind of worth more than that. Yeah. Like, dude, like. You guys are one of the worst teams in the MLB. Like, just give it up. Like, just give us your good players.
They're not giving us. It's time. Just give it to us.
Yeah.
Give us John Gray for nothing, bro. Come on. I'll give you cash.
Yeah, seriously. You pay cash for that. Hell yeah. Even for one start.
I hope. I mean, what's your biggest wish? Like, what's your biggest wish in reality, though? Like, not like, Chris Bryant. Like, what's the one guy that you're like, we can probably trade for him and I want him?
So my big one's Craig Kimbrell, if we can ever imagine to get him. Other than that, though, John Gray. John Gray is someone that I think we need to snag right now. Wouldn't have to give a lot up for. good pitcher again. Since June 25th, you said he has a sub-3 ERA or like a 2.6. I think you said
2.57 since June 25th.
Yeah, that's honestly incredible. I know we were talking about Ricardo whatever his name is, Rodriguez from Pittsburgh, the reliever. Yeah. I was very high on him because I've seen his stats for the past couple of years. He's had like around a 2.5 ERA for the past 3 years straight. And my one of my buddies actually tagged me in a tweet and said, everyone that's a little bit hyped about Richard Rodriguez ever since the sticky stuff thing happened.
RPM.
His RPMs on his slider has been down 2,000 RPM.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And his ERA has been a 5.4 since it started.
Yeah, so that's not great.
It's worrisome, but again, the guy, he can figure it out. I know that it helps a lot, but it's not going to change your ERA from a 2.4 to a 5.5 over an entire season. The guy has something in him. He's going to be better than over half the relievers in our bullpen already. So why the hell not? I mean, you would not have to give up a lot. You don't even have to give up Marchand for that. You really don't.
Even in Ian Kennedy, like from Rangers, he's been fine this year. I would take a chance on a guy like him. Like, there's guys out there that don't have big popping names that could easily help this team.
Yeah, I agree.
So I mean, there's guys, and I agree. I want Jon Gray so bad. I think he's a solid number 3. Like, so if you have him and F at the 3-4, I would roll into if we have to roll into the playoffs with that rotation, I'm happy.
I'm confident. I'm actually confident.
I am too. That's the thing, especially if you got to play the Brewers. Like, that rotation is filthy. So you got the bats that have to be there. Then it relies on the bats.
Yeah. So hopefully this entire Phillies front office can figure something out because we're under the 24-hour mark.
Bye.
Dave. Bye. Come on, Dombrowski. I know you got something up your sleeve right now.
Give us somebody, bro. Please. Let's give us some faith. Let's fight for a division title.
And I'm honestly not even too worried about the hitting because I think everything will be figured out. Just get a starter and a bullpen arm. Because most teams right now, they're wishing like, dude, you need to trade for Trevor Story. Us Philly fans were like, dude, get Tyler Anderson, get Jon Gray, like something. Like, we're not asking you to do the most. We're really not. We're not asking to give up a lot at all. I really don't think we are.
I think it would have been a lot easier if we went over the luxury tax and didn't just sign low-end guys like Chase Anderson and Matt Moore. But here we are, and so it's time to just go over it. It's been way too long. Just go over the luxury tax. Let's make a run. Let's have some fun doing it, and let's make the playoffs for the first time in a decade. Dude, we've been suffering. If you live and breathe the Phillies, like if you watch the Phillies and you love baseball, it's hard because all you want is playoff baseball. Everything leads up to playoff baseball, and playoff baseball is nothing like it. It's awesome. I'm on the edge of my seat the whole game.
Yep.
I want that feeling back. So please, Dave, please, John, open your pockets. Come on.
Cole Hamels had that one bullpen session or his game or whatever he did. Not a lot of teams are willing to pay. Apparently what he wants is apparently what the issue is. They have not set a price. They don't know how much it is, but that's worrisome that there's been apparently a handful of teams that are going for it. And he says it's not enough.
Hometown discount? Is that a thing?
Is that a thing,
Cole? Is that a thing?
Come on.
I would take Cole Hamels. I still would take Cole Hamels.
I don't think he'd be a difference. I don't think he'd be a huge difference maker, but having him as maybe like that 5th starter, long relief type, get him on the mound. I think it's better than most options we have here right now.
I would take a chance on him definitely over Matt Moore, and it would make the fans happy. And it's like it's a nostalgic factor too.
Yep,
like,
exactly.
And that's not the only reason you sign him, but right now, if you're confident that he can be better than Matt Moore, you sign him.
I agree.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, just Phillies do something. I'm sure we're going to be glued to Twitter and everything for the next 24 hours. That last hour, man, I'm going to be sweating my ass off because I'm like everything. I feel like everything happens like that last hour, just like how it is in football. You're sitting there like, what's going to happen? I'm going to be at work for that hour, and I'm going to be, it's going to be the worst.
I work Friday. I work at 4:00. So everything. I know I'm gonna those 15 minute shit's gonna start rolling in on my phone. The last minute trades. I'm gonna be looking. So yeah, we'll be back Sunday. We'll be back Sunday to talk about it with Jack Fritz of 94.1 WIP. That's going to be an awesome show. We'll run down hopefully the 2 or 3 trades that we somehow pull off. We'll run down if we didn't do anything. We'll talk about everything. We'll talk about other trades. Hopefully Trevor Story goes somewhere. It's going to be a fun pod. It's going to be good. And it's 9 o'clock at night, so I know you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Tune in.
Yep. Tune in. Jack Fritz has a lot of insight on everything. He's a very smart in all sports. He's really good, but baseball really is his forte. I've listened to that man talk, even on the Marks and Reese show. They're talking about football, and he'll find a way to bring baseball into it. They make fun of him all the time for it. This guy's a huge Phillies guy. You guys are gonna love him. Yeah, he's hilarious. His tweets legit are hilarious.
If you're looking for a Phillies Twitter follow, he's the guy. He lives in Breezeville, so that's the one to follow.
Yeah, so everyone tune in Sunday. I believe that's all we have. Everything all good with you?
Everything's good. We run through everything. We're getting our asses kicked. Let's bounce back tomorrow against Pittsburgh.
Yep, Pittsburgh. This should be an easy series. This should be a sweep. I'm disappointed if we lose one game. I don't care. I'm gonna be that type. And usually I'm like, oh, we can lose one. No, I want a sweep.
We need it. Whoa. Before we hop off, the Padres are close to a deal with the Nats for Matt Scherzer. According to Rosenthal.
Wow.
Yo,
no shot.
That is crazy. That's crazy.
I just got that too. Wow.
And Kutch just hit a bomb.
Oh, nice.
Good way to end this shit. Let's go.
Oh, wait. Possibility of Jose Barrios getting traded increasing a lot, apparently, by Ken Rosenthal. Wow. So contenders that have checked in that they do have: San Diego, which is probably not happening anymore. Yep. Toronto, Dodgers, Tampa Bay, and Yankees.
Damn it. I was waiting for you to say
Phillies are not involved in any of them.
All right. You never know.
We'll see. Hey, there's always that underlying factor that, obviously we're not a contender. All the other teams that we said were, so we'll see. Wow, a lot just happened at this show.
Boom just hit a homer too.
Oh my God. Oh, you know what? Look at the hot streak going now then.
Yo.
Come on, boys. What's the score now?
7-3, baby.
All right, don't ever count us out. There's a shot we can do it. Let's
Don't
do
sleep
this.
on the Phils. Don't sleep on the Phils.
Dude, that has been your motto. Don't sleep on the Phils.
Don't sleep on us. Do not sleep on us.
All right. That's going to be the end of it for today, though. Go Phillies. Let's hope we can pull out this Game 2 dub. A lot of trade rumors going on, everything. Phillies do something in this next 23 hours and 42 minutes and however many damn seconds are left in this minute, because we got to do something. Let's do this right now. This has been another episode of Diamond Talk. Thank you guys for tuning in. Tune in Sunday at 9 o'clock with Jack Fritz. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.
Go Phils.